This secret was buried for nearly a century, but tonight it's exposed, and it's about to hit your wallet harder than anything you've seen before. Imagine waking up to find your 401k or pension slashed in half, your home value plummeting, and the headline screaming about a meltdown no one saw coming. But the signs were always there, hidden in plain sight, repeating every 18 years like clockwork. Right now, in 2025, we're not just watching history repeat, we're living inside a playbook written in 1929, and the next chapter is about to be written with your money. The numbers are shocking. U.S. household debt has exploded to $18.59 trillion, according to the New York Fed's latest report. In the UK, mortgage arrears have surged to 84,100 cases, the highest since the last crisis. The S&P 500's PE ratio sits at 30, a level only seen before the dot-com crash. And Warren Buffett? He's sitting on a $381.7 billion cash mountain, refusing to buy while everyone else piles in. These aren't random numbers. They're the fingerprints of a cycle that repeats every 18 years. 1929, 1947, 1966, 1987, 2008, and now 2025. Each time, the pattern is identical. Debt explodes, euphoria blinds the masses, and the experts swear this time is different. It never is. September 1929 felt exactly like today. Markets at all-time highs, endless stories of unstoppable growth. But beneath the surface, the cracks were spreading. In the U.S., credit card delinquencies are rising faster than 2008. In the UK, the Bank of England just issued a rare warning about $4.5 trillion in shadow banking risk, off-the-books loans that could collapse overnight. The worst part? Most people have no idea how close we are to the edge. That's just the beginning. The real danger is stage 5, the aftershock phase, almost no one talks about. In 1929, the initial crash was only the opening act. The real pain came months later, when banks failed and families lost everything. In 2008, the headlines faded, but the foreclosures kept coming. Now, in 2025, we're walking straight into stage 5 again. The system looks stable, but the pressure is building to breaking point. And here's what they're hiding. Stage 5 is when the rich make their move. While everyday savers are told to hold tight, the billionaires are quietly preparing for chaos. Buffett's cash pile isn't coincidence, it's a signal. Blackstone and private equity giants are already snapping up distressed real estate in the US and UK, betting on forced sellers. Family offices are moving into gold, farmland, and Bitcoin. They're not waiting for the headlines, they're reading the pattern. Chaos creates opportunity. So what does this mean for you? The stakes have never been higher. In the U.S., 401k balances are already down 12% year-to-date. In the UK, pension funds are bleeding as bond yields spike and property values fall. 1 in 5 British retirees could see payouts cut if the slide continues. Student loans and credit card debt just hit new records. Have you checked your own statements lately? Because the next wave could wipe out your savings, your job, even your home. But here's the hope. You don't have to be a victim. The elite have a playbook, and you can steal it. Most people freeze in a crash. The smart money moves fast. They diversify before the herd panics. They buy when fear is at its peak. In 2025, some are shifting into inflation-protected bonds, global real estate, even rare collectibles. Others are building side hustles and second incomes to survive layoffs. You don't need billions to protect yourself. Simple moves, cutting debt, rebalancing your portfolio, building a 6-month emergency fund can save you. On Main Street, families are already delaying retirement and cutting essentials. Pensioners are bracing for smaller checks. The TV experts say stay calm, but the numbers keep falling. Have you done the math on your own future? Because when retirement savings take a hit this hard, it's not just financial, it's life-changing. Most people won't realize what's happening until it's too late. The 18-month pattern is a slow-motion avalanche, invisible until it buries you. In 1929, families lost everything overnight. In 2008, millions lost homes and hope. In 2025, the pattern is repeating, but this time you can see it coming. The question is simple. Will you act, or will you be caught in the crossfire? Here's the final twist. The real power isn't just surviving the crash, it's turning chaos into opportunity. That's the secret the rich have always known. In every crisis, there are winners and losers. The losers panic and hope. The winners prepare and strike. In 1929, the Morgans and Rockefellers bought assets for pennies. In 2008, hedge funds shorted the market and made billions. In 2025, the playbook is the same. Buffett's $381.7 billion cash pile is a masterclass in patience. He's waiting for fear to peak and bargains to appear. Blackstone is already buying distressed property. Family offices are loading gold, farmland, Bitcoin. They're not guessing. They're following the pattern. You don't need to be a billionaire to play this game. You just need to be ready. Ask yourself the hard questions right now. What happens if your 401k drops 20% tomorrow? How will you pay bills if your job disappears? Do you have a plan B? The next 18 months will separate the victims from the victors. In the next crash, most people will lose everything they worked for. A tiny few will come out richer than they ever dreamed. Comment, "I choose chaos into cash," if you're ready to be one of them. The 18-month crash pattern is no longer a theory. It's happening right now. The rich are ready. The question is, are you? History shows chaos creates opportunity, but only for those who see the signs and act before the crowd. 1929 never left. It was just waiting for 2025. You don't have to be left behind. Start asking the hard questions. Check your risks. Refuse to be caught off guard. What's your plan if the market drops tomorrow? How will you protect your family, your future? Comment your biggest fear for 2025 below. Let's start a real conversation. Because the next chapter of this story is being written right now, and you still have the power to decide how it ends. Will you be a victim of the next crash, or one of the few who saw it coming and turned chaos into cash? The choice is yours. See you in the next one.